Talking about Bitcoin. Hey, we're streaming live to YouTube. Welcome everybody to this Monday morning show. Sunday night if you're in America, of course, or in far Western Europe and you like to be up really late. Welcome everybody to the chat. Today we are going to be talking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, what's going on over at Bitconnect, and some of the top movers in the space for today, for the past couple of days. Now, quick reminder, if you do ever want to jump in on a live chat, Jawad, Cole, Yvonne, what's up, guys? If you do want to jump in on a live chat, we are live streaming 3 times a week. Hi, Goran. We're live streaming 3 times a week, guys. So Monday at 4 o'clock, Wednesday at 9:30, Friday at noon. So if you want to jump into one of those guys, and we'll be answering your questions, chatting about all kinds of different cryptocurrency related stuff. So come along and join the party, guys. Quick updates from the channel. I'm back from holiday. Woo! Just a short holiday. Popped over to one of our local towns here. It's called Napier, New Zealand. We grow a lot of wine over there, so went over and spent a few days driving around vineyards, doing walks around along the beach, and all that fun stuff. So it was definitely a good time. I'm going to be doing an interview with the guys from Decred tomorrow, so that's pretty exciting. Talk to those guys. Of course, they've got some stuff going on over there. They've just decided to introduce ASIC mining to Decred. Pretty controversial decision by the community, but they've done it nevertheless. That is what governance gives you. I'm going to be talking to Shingo Levine from Bitcoin next week. The Nav guys are still in contact. It's going to happen one of these days, guys. Really. And of course, always working on other chats. And I've been talking to Cameron from Crypto Daily, so hopefully we'll be getting together and having a chat pretty soon. Everybody's talking about Powerledger. Whale. I'm from Wellington, New Zealand as well. Whale, we got to do a, I've been thinking actually, we got to do some New Zealand meetups. I think I'm going to arrange here in the pretty near future a Wellington meetup and an Auckland meetup. Since I'm in Wellington, it'll be the easiest one to do, but I'll definitely fly up to Auckland and we'll make a meetup happen up there as well. So, bought power at 10 cents, says Cole. Nice. I was thinking about Powerledger today as I was looking at it, and I wish I'd bought it when I went down to like 895 Satoshis or something like that. Can't remember the exact price. It's like, no! Because I bought it at like 1200 or something. But, wow, it's got a lot of upward potential. I would really like to see, a $1 Powerledger. And I don't think that's too far off, to be honest. But it's definitely one I'm keeping a close eye on. I like Powerledger a lot. New Zealand, sweet. No government regulations yet, right? Crypto after party. I've just seen an article recently. The New Zealand government has come out to try to clarify its position on ICOs. Now, I haven't actually had a chance to read through that, but basically, if I remember correctly, most, if not all, cryptocurrencies will be considered as securities now, but I actually have to go and read that article more in depth, so I'll tell you guys about that a bit later. So, what's your crystal ball say for November 13th to 16th? Craziness, Yvonne. That's what it says. Craziness. Okay, so obviously, guys, we gotta talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin up massively. Now, look, we are at currently actually not even the all-time high. The all-time high was around $7,600. Amazing. Bitcoin has been doing fantastically well over the past few days. It's funny, you're on holiday and you're not supposed to be checking your phone, but you're secretly, checking the Bitcoin price. Baby, Bitcoin's up to $7,200. It's up to $7,300. We're supposed to be on holiday. $7,400. It's like an addiction, guys. You guys know what's going on. Now, the amazing thing is, if you look at the 1-year chart, this tells a very interesting story. Now, what the 1-year chart doesn't show is that there was a long period where Bitcoin wasn't much out of that sort of 500 to 700 range. But nevertheless, we've seen a more than 10 times growth in the price of Bitcoin in 1 year. That is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, if we see that same kind of growth next year, it makes you think. Doesn't matter what price you buy Bitcoin at. Buy it now and hold on to it for at least a year. Will we see 10 times growth within the next year? Wow, we really might. I saw something that was 100,000 new users signed up the other day on Coinbase. Now, their average daily sign-ups about 35 to 50,000. However, 100,000 people signed up on Coinbase. Dark Telly, remember, it's always good to take profit. That's true, Dark Telly, that's true. Take your profit if you've reached your sell points by any means. But, you know, you got to have a strategy. You got to have a strategy. I think that's really, really important for anybody getting into the space. Look at your strategy, think about your strategy, have your sell points in mind, have your buy points in mind, you know. I have my buy point in mind just as an example the other day for EOS, you know. You got to think about it. Go into it with a strategy, guys. Don't go into it blind. Okay. Bitcoin, what a beast, what a beast. Now, I didn't want to just talk about Bitcoin today. We got a lot of different things to talk about. Then we'll start fielding a few questions for you guys. Chuck A says Bitcoin SegWit 2x futures at 1,653. This is not another Bitcoin Gold. Chuck A, I can completely agree. SegWit 2x is not another Bitcoin Gold. Bitcoin Gold was an aberration. You know, an irrelevant bump in the road on the way to the real conversation, which is, of course, SegWit 2x. Senthiel Raja, my strategy, no sell, accumulate. No sell, accumulate. For Bitcoin, yeah, I don't like to swing trade my Bitcoin. Just keep piling it up. Piling up. You know, if you want to swing trade your altcoins, that's your business. I don't really do that either. I try to buy at low prices and then set my sell points for higher prices. Keeps it very simple for me. But, you know, I know a lot of people make a lot of money doing the swing trades. Derek C, do you mine at the Crypto Lark? I only do cloud mining. You know, I bought a miner. Just too damn loud for a small apartment, to be honest, man. What are you going to do? Jawad, I bought an iPhone X thanks to Bitcoin, taking my profits. Enjoy them, man. Enjoy them. There's nothing wrong with taking profits. Everybody's got their own thing that they want out of Bitcoin. You know, if you look at just the 1 month on Bitcoin, by the way, Bitcoin, if you bought Bitcoin on October 6th last month, you would have made over $3,000 on that Bitcoin. You could have bought 3 iPhones. Don't know what an iPhone costs these days, and so it must be about $1,000. So there you go. There you go. The ultimate writer, that's a bad use of profit, but there's nothing wrong with taking them. Amen, amen, guys. You know, this is the thing, is that I had somebody actually comment a few weeks ago in a live chat, like, it just seems like, you know, accumulating forever, there's no exit strategy. It is important to take a bit of profits, to, you know, pat yourself on the back once in a while and go, yes, I have, you know, I've made some money. You know, when you have a coin that goes up by 100%, go take yourself out to dinner, buy some pizza and a bottle of wine or something, you know. Don't be afraid to do that once in a while, guys, you know, but just make sure you're not cashing it all out. Genesis mining at 10% maintenance fees currently. Nice. Everybody wants to hear more about Bitcoin Cash. Cough, cough. We're coming to it, Yvonne. We're coming to it. We're coming to it. So, look, Bitcoin Cash, I think a lot of people have been pretty excited about because it's been up a lot in the past couple of days. Now, unsurprisingly, where's the demand coming from? Korea, of course. Of course. Corbit, Coin1, and BitThumb together making up more than 50% of the demand, all trading in Korean won. Pretty big stuff. Obviously, hit BTC and Bitfinex also trading pretty big. Interesting, they have a lot of Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin pairings over on BTC, hit BTC trading as well. Good altcoin, Bitcoin Cash. there's a lot of conversation, you know, because Bitcoin Cash is like what we call it, Litecoin gold, for example. I'm just teasing, of course, guys, but look, Bitcoin Cash is great in the sense that it's got, you know, all these amazing features that Bitcoin currently doesn't have, and of course super low transaction fees. And look, there's a lot of conversation to be had about what's going to come out of the final, you know, battle, can we say. Bitcoin Cash is a good player. I personally see it as remaining as an altcoin. Whether SegWit2x or SegWit1x will take over the Bitcoin label, of course, will be a very interesting conversation. But hey, there's a place in the market for Bitcoin Cash. Much as in the same way there's a good place in the market for Dash and for Litecoin. I see Bitcoin Cash adding into that niche, not replacing necessarily. By the way, did you guys know there's a hard fork coming out for Bitcoin Cash? Now look, this is not a chain split. This is not a chain split. Nobody's really talking about it because it's not, you know, as from an investment point of view, it's not like you're going to get a free coin or anything by, you know, keeping your Bitcoin Cash in a wallet. That's not what's going on here. So if you see Bitcoin Cash hard fork, remember, it's not a chain split, it's a hard fork. It's an upgrade to the Bitcoin Cash network. Bitcoin Cash will sneak up on them, says Jaw Lofton. Well, at the Crypto Lark, Bitcoin is definitely good to buy, even with the fork coming up, right? Well, I think Bitcoin's always good to buy. And the thing is, with the fork coming up, remember, any Bitcoin that you have, you're going to get your chain split token as well. So you'll get your SegWit2x coins. Now, even if we see a price retraction, which we very well might, guys, there's a lot of exuberance built up in the market at the moment. Bitcoin Cash is seeing that. You know, people might even be hedging their bets on Bitcoin Cash to an extent. But we're seeing a lot of this build up in the market right now. And what we'll probably see moving forward with Bitcoin, yes, there'll be some price retractions immediately after the fork. And there'll be some drama as the two chains fight it out, basically. As the different exchanges fight it out, as the miners put their power to one place or another. Currently, SegWit2x has about 85% of miners signaling for it. So, look, it's a hard story to tell 10 days away from the fork because you guys know how this space is. Everything can change in a few minutes. All it takes is for a few mining guilds to come out and say, hey, we're moving, we're not supporting SegWit2x anymore. Whole thing starts falling apart, blah, blah, blah. We'll have to wait and see. There's still a lot of cards to be played in the next 10 days. So, but never be afraid of buying Bitcoin, especially now because you'll get your SegWit2x coins. So even if SegWit1x were to go away, for example, just on a theoretical, well, then you would still have the equal amount of SegWit2x coins. So you kind of hedge your bet in that way. But based on the numbers I looked at earlier, remember, we went from $700 to $7,000, actually $7,000 plus within the space of a year. This is why I never lose any sleep over buying Bitcoin at a slightly higher price or a slightly lower price. And yeah, it's better to buy the dips. 110% buy the dip, guys. But if you have a strategy where your weekly schedule is, you get $50 a week. $50 a week, every week. That's what you do. Put it in a Bitcoin, put it in a Bitcoin, put it in a Bitcoin. Awesome. One of my subscribers, he made a video and I watched it and it was really cool. He took his old tip jar or his old coin jar, you know, full of pennies and nickels and all this stuff and a few dollar bills and stuff like that. Went, cashed it out, put it on a paper wallet, put it back in the jar. And then, you know, they're leaving it there for their funds to go to Rome or something in the future. So it's a pretty cool idea. Good use for your spare coin jar. Okay, moving on. As of course, this is an interesting article by Ryan X. Charles here predicting the outcome of the November Bitcoin fork. This is just a few of the possible theories. There are more and more and more and more and more theories on top of that. King Lark, any chance of a review of Powerledger, or have you already done one? Boris C101, I have not only done a review of Powerledger, but I've also interviewed Gemma Green, the co-founder of Powerledger. So you can find both those. Go check out the videos on my channel. You can find both of those videos. Big Powerledger supporter, by the way. Big Powerledger supporter. Does Bittrex have power? Disco Dan C. Disco Dan C must mean Powerledger. No, Bittrex does not have Powerledger yet. So currently it's only on Binance. I don't know if any other exchanges have listed it yet, but Cole, have you heard Gemma Green is the mayor of Perth now? I have heard that. I think it's probably, obviously that means she'll put a little less energy into Powerledger, but at the same time, you know, it's very positive, I think, for Powerledger because they've got an inside person in city government already, which is great. That being said, Powerledger is way more than one person. It's an amazing team of people pushing it forward. So Cryptopia and Ether Delta also have Powerledger, says Brinks Mining. Thank you for that. Thank you for that update. So if you guys want to hit Cryptopia or Ether Delta, you can get Powerledger over there too. Holy cow, says the Ultimate Writer. Gemma is the mayor. Gemma is the mayor. That's paraphrase, of course. Buy every coin that Binance lists. They list a lot of good ones, man. They got IOTA, they got Substratum, they got Kyber Network token. I like Binance. Binance just, it's, I like it more and more all the time. I like all of the promotions they have. You know, they got this great one coming up. You get, what is it, 500 Tron or something like that, just for keep money in your wallet. Great. Bitcoin equals short-term bubbles, says Vikrant. Should you wait for Powerledger to correct Shyam Sundar? It's hard. Oh my gosh. Powerledger's up to 22 cents. Since we're talking about Powerledger, let me look what's going on with Powerledger. What's going on with Powerledger? What's our old buddy doing here? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Almost 21 cents on CoinMarketCap. Of course, it's usually a little bit behind what's actually happening on the exchanges. Wow. They seem like Binance seems like one of those exchanges that could run off with your funds at any second, says Derek. Oh, it's Cryptopia. Sorry, he's talking about Cryptopia. I don't know. I don't know if Cryptopia is such an exchange. They just seem badly organized, but who knows? I don't use them, so what are you gonna do? Binance, the new finance. Okay, let's talk about Bitconnect, guys. Bitconnect, you may have noticed, gone down in market cap from about $2 billion. Look at this. This is amazing. Went down from $2 billion to about $600 million. That is quite the crash. Now, I don't know if you guys have been following the Bitconnect story. Apparently, the owners of Bitconnect went and said, hey, by the way, you know, you're counting our holdings as circulating supply. So the total supply, I think, was the circulating supply or something thereabout. So it's interesting to see them basically saying, no, don't count our 5 million coins or whatever it is the Bitconnect team are actually holding. Now, look, there's a lot of conspiracy theories floating around about why they did this. You know, some people said, for example, they thought they were getting too much attention in the top 10. So, the Ultimate Writer, sorry, in the future, power tokens will be measured by the number of Lambos it buys. Yeah, I'm going to keep loading up on Power Token for a while, guys. It's a great one. It's a really, really great project. Seriously. At only 100 million coins. crazy low for what it's going to be able to do. I hope Elon Musk is going to be accepting power tokens for Teslas. So anyway, that was a lot of drama over at Bitconnect. Now, another thing at Bitconnect has again changed their affiliate program. Now look, it's still incredibly generous, basically 10%. 5% for level 1, 3% for level 2, and 2% for level 3. Now, this is the third time the referral program has changed. So we've seen a few different levels be cut out, and actually 1% in total drop for the top 3 levels. And of course, quite a bit drop as well as levels. Basically, 4 to 10 have come out. Now, look, you guys know I'm no big fan of Bitconnect, but it's interesting to see what has been happening with it. It's a company where things are so opaque. There's no transparency at all in what's going on over at Bitconnect. There's some public events where they give people cars. I remember Napoleon famously said, men are ruled by toys. And if you look at this, well, what's Bitconnect do? They have events and they give people cars. They give people Bitconnect tokens. They get them up on stage and say, "Yay, you're the best seller." So the terms will continue to change, I think, on the referral program until it gets down probably to something like level 1, 5%, level 1, 3%, basically. Let's just double check. Oh, yep, sorry guys, I misspoke earlier. Powerledger is 1 billion, not 100 million. So Powerledger is 1 billion, not 100 million. Sorry guys, misspoke earlier. Now, it's interesting for me where Bitconnect is going to continue to go. Obviously, most of its rise is simply connected with the price of Bitcoin. I really, really wonder, actually, you know, and I know other people have done the math and looked at it, but simply holding Bitcoin, if you had simply bought Bitcoin a year ago for $700, not sold it, and cashed it out today, you would have made $6,300 per $700 invested. Does Bitconnect offer that kind of return? It just seems like an unnecessary risk to put all your money on a very centralized place where your money's locked up and you have no idea who the people are who are running it. And of course, where the name of the game is constantly changing. Just thoughts, anyway. Just thoughts. Nevertheless, there's been some other attacks on it as well. Now, Vitalik came out the other day and said it's a Ponzi scheme. Now, look, to be fair, Vitalik, bless his heart, I love Vitalik, hadn't even heard of Bitconnect. He's like, what's Bitconnect? It's like, it's this thing where you get 1% per day. Now look, he made a comment on Twitter based on not having all the facts on hand. Obviously, it's not 1% per day. It fluctuates back and forth and up and down. Robert Faust, if you bought and held Bitconnect coins from the beginning, you'd be a millionaire. Absolutely, Robert. You know, the interesting, Robert, I was thinking about this earlier, is that if you had simply bought and not held, Robert, but bought and staked your Bitconnect coins, you would be an ultra millionaire. It'd be crazy. It would be absolutely crazy, because you would have got so many more Bitconnect tokens by staking. But no one ever talks about the staking with Bitconnect. It's actually, I think, pretty good as well. Okay. So, and this, guys, this is, have you guys seen this yet? This is crazy. This is crazy. Bitconnect's making all these music videos, and they're just, okay, they're terrible, yes, but I'm trying to think, is it a good or a bad thing? You know, if it's introducing Bitconnect, if Bitconnect is introducing regular people to cryptocurrencies and it doesn't crash and destroy everyone's universe and steal a bunch of money from the system and bring a lot of negative press to cryptocurrency, well, then they're actually getting a lot of people involved, and they're doing advertising really to the masses in a way that other cryptocurrencies aren't. And look, I'm currently in the process of researching No Limit Coin, for example, for this week's community coin video, but they're going to start advertising. In fact, they've already got TV commercials as well. This is the stuff that we need to bring it mainstream. I just really, really worry that if Bitconnect does go down in the way that so many people, including myself, seem to think it will, that it's actually going to be a negative for cryptocurrencies as a whole. Perhaps that's why they even, pushed to get that market cap pushed back down, because the guys at Bitconnect might be thinking, ooh, we're getting too big. We're getting too big, guys. Let's bring that down. Let's bring that down. Play it, don't play it. Play it, don't play it. I'm not going to play it, guys. I'm not going to play it. I would invite you to come over and prepare for a laugh, I could say. It's funny. I laughed. It's slightly better than the other Bitconnect music video I saw, but oh, they're painfully bad. They're painfully bad, guys. If you read between the lines, the marketing is targeted at low-income people. If Bitconnect goes to shit, nobody wants to touch crypto again. Yep. Yep. That's it. Plemiak, what's up, man? Welcome to the party. I've got the power. Sid S. Hi, Lark. What is your take about the current metal price? Oh, metal's taken a massive beating. Massive beatings. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy, guys. But what are you going to do? That's what happens sometimes. I covered this in my news video last week. A big investor pulled out. It caused a run for the door. It's not that metal's gone or going to disappear, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I still like metal. I'm definitely holding my metal that I bought for $9. Now it's worth $5. But what are you going to do, guys? That's crypto. That's crypto. Sometimes, good news comes out and your coin tanks. What are you going to do? The ultimate writer. Metal taking a pounding just means to buy more. Buy more. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I love metal. I think it's a great project. And it's tough that they had this great news come out, and the next day a big investor pulls out, cashes out. We should say, not pull out, but cashes out. They took their 600,000 tokens at $9 a piece and got their, massive investment back on their original investment and walked away. But that has a big effect on the market when somebody moves such a huge amount of coins for a coin that's only got about 19 million in circulation. So, buy more, cost average yourself, says Patty Man. There you go. Oh, that's great. That is great. What if Satoshi Nakamoto cashes out? Yeah, that's a problem. Let's not talk about that, Cole. That is a problem. If he's even still alive, of course. The ultimate writer. One day, me and Marshall Hayner, the CEO over at MetalPay, will spend some quality time, and I'll introduce him to some good NZ greenery. That's hilarious. Hourglass. I bought metal at $9 too. Still holding. Yeah, I'm still holding too, man. I've got a lot of faith in the project. I think metals, they've got so much lined up, it's ridiculous. They are another cryptocurrency that's going to bring crypto to regular people. Bring crypto to the masses, guys. So definitely one to keep an eye on. So let's talk about old Grasslecoin. Oh, Grasslecoin. What happened to Grasslecoin? Look, it was all the way up here. And now it's all over here. So it's 1,000. Last time, when we talked about this last week, it was up 1,100%. Larky laughed like a mob boss. Last time we talked about Grasslecoin, it was up 1,100%. Now it's only up 100%. It has lost 1,000% of those gains. Goodbye, Grasslecoin? Maybe? Maybe. Hard to say. I haven't done enough research into Grasslecoin, but any time that you see these kind of massive spikes, you gotta watch out. That's trouble, guys. That's trouble. That's trouble right there. That's what that was. That was trouble. Something out of nowhere, $6 million market cap, up to $80 million market cap, and way back down. So if you're a big Grasslecoin supporter, I hope you got in and got out at the right price. If you're holding those bags, ouch. Nem with Tony, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's it going? Catapult on Nem. Wait, has it come? Has it come? Has it come, Tony? Right. Have I missed it? Have I missed it? Exciting, exciting, guys. At the Crypto Lark, is Bitcoin currently dipping? I don't think so. I don't think so, guys. Too fast up means hard road down. Now, speaking of, I want to speak about Verge real quick because it has seen a pretty good run up recently. It was at 0.005 cents the other day, and it's up to 0.008 cents currently. We're almost up to a 1 cent Verge, so that is pretty exciting. Now, this is, I think, right on the back of, oh my gosh, catapults out for Nem, guys. I'll have to have a look at this in just a second. Now, for Verge, this is just on the back of the Wraith protocol, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Okay, let's go see what's happening with Nem. What's happening with our buddy Nem here? Nem. Whoa. Nem, so far down. So far down. Let's have a quick look here. It has been a rough month for Nem, by the way, guys. You know, it's gone way down. Way down. Wow. All the way down to 2,000 Satoshis. That is bottoming out for Nem. You gotta remember, only about 2 months ago was up above 8,000 Satoshis. Now that Nem catapults come out, instant jump in the market. I think we'll see a lot more upward action for Nem in the next couple of days. So definitely a lot more to keep an eye on there as well. That's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting stuff for Nem. Still very enthusiastic about that blockchain. I think we're going to be talking about Nem news this week in our coin news video. So keep an eye out on that for sure. Cole, what is your sell price for Verge? Cole, I don't have any Verge, so I don't have a sell price for it. I don't have a sell price for it. That's a question you got to answer yourself, man. Not going to answer that question, Chuck A. Now, another coin that's been having a really good week is Komodo. Komodo, of course, sat for a long time just chilling. Just chilling. You'll see that with a lot of coins, guys. We're like dogs chasing tires in this market. It's crazy sometimes. It's crazy sometimes. We're just running around going, oh, it's the next big coin, I gotta get it. Oh, it's the next big coin, I gotta get it. We don't have the patience sometimes with these projects. Sometimes, like Litecoin, for example, sit at $50 for 6 weeks, 7 weeks, while everything else is exploding, and then it will just pop. Komodo, fairly similar story. Now, look, we've seen some ups and downs in Komodo. Now, we saw the big up back here really around the time when it was, okay, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. We've got this big news coming up, which was actually we're, putting a new website out, which still isn't out, by the way. But more importantly, that they're having the first decentralized ICO. Now, since then, it has gone down quite a bit. It did bottom out here around 28,000 Satoshis, or about $1.70 at the time. And it's come right back up, about $1 up from those previous lows. Obviously, with the Monet's ICO coming out, it's going to be, definitely something to be keeping an eye on. So, definitely a lot of future here for Komodo. Big enthusiast of the platform. ZK Snarks, Lightning, Segwit, all that fun stuff. And decentralized ICOs. which is fantastic. Robert Faust, 15,000 subscribers could maybe push a coin now. You're becoming a powerhouse in the crypto world, says Robert Faust. Thank you, Robert. You know, it's interesting. Some people write, you know, you're just shilling these coins or whatever. It's funny. I like to talk about altcoins. Brian asks, for example, are you holding 10x? No, but I'll talk about 10x all the time because I think it's a great project. Actually, I had a little bit of 10x a while ago. And look, I sold it for a small profit, but I sold it just because I wasn't really holding very much. And I just, at some point, you can only keep your attention on so many coins. And so I had, I don't know, 50 10x or something like this. And I just, I sold them at a small profit. Nothing big. I missed out on getting the big highs from it. But, yeah, I want to really have more consolidated holdings. But I like to talk about all these coins, guys. I don't hold Verge. I don't actually hold any Vertcoin at the moment. I just bought some the other week to give away to you guys. Vertcoin as well on a big pullback, you know. So when I talk about coins, I'm not trying to pump stuff. I'm just talking about it because this is what is going on in the crypto space. These are the coins you guys want to know about. This is the exciting stuff that's happening with the news, exciting stuff that's happening with the tech as well. You know, the fact that NEM's come out with Catapult, that is exciting stuff, guys. That is very exciting stuff. That gives NEM 4,000 transactions per second on chain, which is fantastic. So definitely something to keep out for. 10 million subscription quality. When this shit gets big, look out. Yeah, then I'll have to really be careful what I say. I'll just like, coins will just go up and down based on my live streams. That'd be crazy. No, just keeping it real, guys. Just keeping it real. Okay, but Vertcoin, guys, looking pretty good. I'd watch for it to even go a bit lower. We saw a massive amount of exuberance run up in Vertcoin, and this market's just irrationally bleeding in places that make no sense sometimes. I understand why Verge is up. I understand why Komodo's up. But then other coins, they're bleeding simply because they haven't had any news. Like NEM, I mean, even actually NEM had a lot of good news coming out. But because Catapult hadn't been released yet, just waiting, going down. Oh, Catapult's here. Yay, pop back up. But that's the crazy market we like to play in, guys. The crypto market is a crazy place. Now, one coin I haven't had a chance to review yet, and I know I said I'm only going to try and do like 3 coin reviews a week, you know, 2 coins and 1 ICO, but I think I might try and review Vechain this week as well before it goes off, if it's going to go off, of course. It looks like a pretty interesting project. Haven't had a chance to investigate it yet, though, but if I don't get to it this week, it'll be my Sunday pick for next week anyway. Lisk rebranding date comes out November. Yes. Crypto Oracle. The announcement for when they will rebrand seems like it might come out on the 22nd of November. That's these rebrandings that these companies do. Like the guys, we're going to be rebranding in 3 months. Let's start a countdown. Let's start promoting a lot now. It's kind of crazy. There should be a Tesla coin. The Paradise Papers seems like good news for privacy coins like Zcash, says Cole. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to see about the Paradise Papers yet. Now, the Paradise Papers, similar to the Panama Papers, I've only read one short article on it. But similar to the Panama Papers, basically coming out and exposing people who are connected to overseas bank accounts where money is being stored, laundered, moved around, hidden from the public. Vladimir Putin's son-in-law was implicated. The Queen of England was implicated, of course, because, as Cole said, she's not using Monero. But it's actually very interesting. I think it's a really good point, Cole, that these happenings may indeed push people to privacy coins, especially people with lots of money. Zcash is a joke. They have a 20% finder's fee. look, whatever privacy coin it may be, and there's a lot of good privacy coins out there. I'm not a giant Zcash enthusiast by any means. You know, I have much more into PIVX, for example. It's a great community, all that fun stuff. But you know, there's a lot of good privacy coins in the space, and definitely, privacy coins will continue to be very popular, guys. So definitely, you know, don't take your eyes off any of those privacy coins. Love or hate them. Love or hate them. They got a lot of potential. Just imagine if Elon Musk starts an ICO, how much he would raise. Says Halovich. Navcoin for privacy, says Hussein. Yes, Navcoin, of course, also a great privacy coin. Although ZK snarks are more powerful than the two-chain system. I mean, how private do you need to get sometimes? Seriously. But Kalovich, you bring up an interesting point, and this is actually something that you see a lot with different ICOs, that actually ICOs is not about how much money you raise, guys. This is perhaps the wrong thing. I look at some ICOs sometimes and go, wait a second, why are you raising that much money? I mean, what was it? Did Tezos raise $400 million or $250 million? Why do you need that much money? It's insane. You look, some of the best projects have been built with only a few $1 million. You really don't need $200 or $300 million to build a platform. You know, so I would assume that if Elon Musk were to do an ICO, it'd be best if he kept it, at $30, $40 million cap, so that investors can actually profit from it later, instead of simply just distributing $200 million worth of coins and then have them all be worth very little when they actually hit the market. I think Redcoin is going to be a $1 billion coin in 2018, says Disco Dan. Each to their own, my friend. Chuck A. I'm going to answer Chuck's question here. Lark, why doesn't the coin count bother you on NEM? Because the coin count is actually much less important than most people give it credit. A lot of people look at that and go, oh, 9 billion coins can't be worth anything. And we talked about this a little bit in the last live stream. However, I'll give it a quick mention again. Circulating supply does not equal overall value of a coin. So, for example, NEM's got 9 billion. Ripple has 38 billion. Cardano has 45 billion. I'm not worried about any of those numbers. Seriously, guys. So, the thing you have to watch for is market cap. And some people ask, well, okay, when's Cardano, for example, going to be a $50 coin? Well, what kind of growth would you need in that situation? It would be insane. It would be insane. I think it was, what did I figure out? If Cardano was a $50 coin, it would have like a $2 trillion market cap or something like this. It's simply too much. Simply too much, guys. You got to keep these realistic expectations in play. If something like Tron, for example, has 100 billion coins, you're not likely to see a $25 or $30 Tron. It's just simply too much. Oh, what's this, Plemyik? Powerledger is deploying the first electric vehicle charging station on the blockchain by the end of the year. #power. I love Powerledger. Man, these guys are just, they're great with social media. They're getting their stuff out there. They're making it happen. I like it. I like it a lot. Obviously, NEM will never be worth $200. A $200 NEM would be a pretty serious market cap. I guess a $100 NEM would give it, it's just too much. But I think you could look at, for example, a $5 NEM. That's pretty big gains. I don't know about what's in you guys' books for big gains, but a $3 NEM, a $2 NEM, that'd be crazy. It's huge. Huge, 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 huge. All these cryptos are overhyped, says Ontang. Now, some of them are overhyped. Some of them are underhyped, and some of them have just enough hype. Sam, Elon is teaming up with Powerledger. Sam, where'd you hear that? I'll have to look it up later, but as far as I've heard, I haven't seen that Elon is teaming up with Powerledger. I know they've reached out to him. They've said, hey, what's up? You know, let's team up, because Elon, of course, has done a giant solar factory in South Australia. But that does not mean that they're going to be working together necessarily. Lark, do you support Ripple? I do not. I do not. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see where Powerledger goes, really, guys. Surely Bitcoin will dip after the fork, says Kevin. The interesting thing is, where does it go? Where does it go? How far down will it go? These are interesting questions. Crypto numbnuts, Powerledger, $2 by the end of the year. I could really see it, Corey. I really could, man. You know, because to be a $2 billion project, very possible. End of the year might be a little bit too soon. I mean, that's only 7 weeks away. Extend that out a little bit farther, and you might see really, really good returns on it. So do keep an eye on it. End of the year, $2 billion for Powerledger, probably too much, but definitely keep an eye on Powerledger. Really great potential long term. Even if it gets up to $1, that's huge, guys. I like coins like Powerledger because they solve real world problems. A lot of coins that we see in the space try to create problems and then solve the problem. And that's kind of the wrong way to go about it, right? Charles asks, what do you think of Cardano? I'm a big fan of Cardano. I've done an interview with Charles Hoskinson, and I've done a video review on it, Charles. So go and check out either of those videos. It brings money. Did I hear $5 NEM? I'll take 50 cents. Yeah. Amen to that, Brinks Mining. This is the thing, you know, and that is perhaps a bigger lesson for the whole crypto space, Brinks Mining, is that we get really greedy is maybe the wrong word. Let's say overly enthusiastic sometimes, simply talking about price of all these things. You know, I look at Powerledger, I think, man, it's going to kill it because it's solving real world problems. Right? But you got to remember, if you invest in NEM, for example, it's 18 cents right now, like Brinks Mining said, 50 cents would be amazing. I agree, 50 cents would be pretty awesome. $1 would be stellar, right? $5 is game changing, probably not for years with NEM. Let's keep it real on that. Probably not for a few years with NEM. But how much profit do you need? If you buy NEM at 18 cents now and you sell it for 50 cents, that's pretty good in my books. I know we get a little crazy in the crypto space sometimes, and we think that every coin should do what Grasslecoin did and go up 1,000% in a week, but it doesn't work like that, guys. It doesn't work like that. You gotta remember, any profit's a good profit. Any profit's a good profit. And if you're investing in the technology and really good projects, and you have a lot less to worry about, and you know that you have a pretty good chance of this project succeeding in the long run, especially, which is where the best profits come from. Crazus, I have alts, but I don't own a full Bitcoin. Should I sell off to buy Bitcoin? That's a very personal question, man. Personally, I wouldn't be selling off my alts to buy a Bitcoin, especially if you're selling them at a loss. And most of your alts you'll be selling at a loss right now. So you have to really think, okay, am I actually going to make more money by selling my alts than by, you know, holding on to them and riding it out? Because if you're selling them at a loss, especially if you're selling them at a big loss, and some of them are at huge losses right now, guys, I don't think it's worth it. I'm not going to sell any of my altcoins, but that's because I've got different strategies. I have sell points, and they're not there, so why would I be selling them below my sell points? Crypto Numbnuts, thank you very much for the contribution, man. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. That's awesome, man. Been hodling power since the ICO, already up 2 times. Nice. Nice. Kevin, definitely going to look into Powerledger now. Yeah, if you guys haven't looked into Powerledger, go and check it out. It's still super early days. Look, we had about 2 hours after the release of Powerledger on Binance, it went down below ICO price, and it hasn't been below ICO price since then. So Chuck A. Lark, do projects that the token is not integral to concern you? Yes, they do, Chuck. Yes, they do. And look, we see some projects that aren't integral to the ecosystem, but sometimes they offer you something interesting in return. For example, like Monet's. You know, they've got a rewards program for holding the coins. So even though you don't need Monet's tokens to access their banking system, you actually get paid a kickback for holding the tokens. So not integral to the system, but a nice kickback for you. Some coins, though, are even less integral to their ecosystems, and you do have to worry about these ones that do almost nothing. And there are some coins like that. There are some coins like that for sure. Thoughts on the Red Belly blockchain, says Crypto After Party. No thoughts on it yet. I haven't had a chance to look at it, but I do need to do some research into that. I've only started doing a little bit of research on Hashgraph. Got to look into that more as well. The space is developing at a breakneck speed, guys. It's absolutely crazy. Ooh, Small Town Crypto says, I've heard rumors Powerledger is coming out on Palm Beach Confidential. Ooh la la. Interesting. Very, very interesting. If you guys don't know who Palm Beach Confidential are, they are a investment group based in South California. We call them investment group. They are responsible for some of the big pumps behind certain coins. For example, we've seen them pump, for example, Zencash. But Zencash was a great project, so I understand why that pump for Zencash happened. It's not surprising for me. Brian, how can I get your level of knowledge? Brian, just start living and breathing cryptos all day long. Daniel asks, is there a coin on the market that fixes the centralized mining problem? Well, yes and no, Daniel. The thing is that mining always gets centralized one way or another. The real way forward, in my opinion, is proof of stake. This is the best way, to be honest. Proof of stake is the way forward. Mining is not the way forward, unfortunately, even though I love me some Bitcoin mining. It's amazing, but, you know, even coins like Bitcoin Gold, their main objective was to decentralize mining. But what did they do? They just re-centralized it to NVIDIA and AMD. So basically, mining coins for long-term future, not the best way forward. 110% here, guys. Hodl till death do us part. There we go. I had a good comment up here. Palm Beach confidential hype is caused by folks leaking the copyright protected info on the web and then everyone piling in. As a subscriber, I really resent calling them pumpers. They are not. Too legit to quit. Look, too legit to quit. The reality is that Palm Beach Confidential, I've read one of their leaked reports, they provide good information for people. You know, they let people get in earlier on a project. And look, we do have to be careful with the words we use because so many people throw around, you know, pump and dump and scam and all this stuff, or shill and all these different words that, when it comes down to it, don't actually move anything forward in a positive way. Gotta keep that real, guys. So look, Palm Beach Confidential, they're killing it. They're a great investment group. They put the people who sign up to their coins, or sorry, to their newsletters onto coins that usually provide really, really good returns for them. And it doesn't always work out. Somebody mentioned something about their Ripple pump didn't work out. Well, yeah, this is the thing. What are they doing? They're just reading the river like everybody else. You know, they look and say, well, okay, Ripple's got this big swell event coming up, and everybody thought that Ripple was going to pump. But it didn't. Because that's the crypto market, guys. You can't call them all. If you can call 51% of them, well, you're winning. There you go. There you go, guys. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Recommended proof of stake coin Lark, says Kevin O'Brien. There's a lot of great proof of stake coin, guys. Some of them provide really, really, really nice returns. And there's so many different ways to stake your coins. For example, Metaverse. I was just looking at Metaverse earlier for some reason. Metaverse, if you agree to lock your coins up for a year, you'll get 20%. But you have to lock it up for a year. That's a long time for most people. People don't like to be out of control of their coins for so long. Neblio, though, Neblio's 10%, and it doesn't require you to have it locked up for a year. Nav coins going down to 4%. PIVX is at 5%. They both require your wallet to be open and actually providing for the network. Neo, for example, great staking coin as well because, you know, it provides you with gas, which is pretty good at the moment as well. Disco Dance, see, I live in Palm Beach and no one around here talks about cryptos. It's insane. It's a small community, guys. It's a small community. Proof of stake helps with price stabilization. Smart cash for staking closed wallet. Brinks Mining, 183 watching, 43 likes. Smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button. If you haven't hit the like button yet, go hit that like button, guys. Helps get the videos higher so more people can enjoy this information and enjoy these chats. Production Vano, is it smart to set up a mining rig? Sure, why not? Why not? It's a great idea to set up a mining rig, but you got to have the time, the space, the energy, all that stuff to be able to deal with it. But it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Having control of your mining rig lets you change what coin you want to mine, especially if you've got a bunch of GPUs, for example. Obviously, if you have like a SHA-256 miner, that's just going to mine one particular thing, right? Well, I guess there's other SHA-256 coins, but you're mining Bitcoin with it or Bitcoin Cash, right? PBG is from Florida, not California. I'm in there. I'm in there. Palm Beach, California, guys. California! Oh, see, I read your thing. Palm Beach, Florida. Palm Beach, Florida. Daniel Honea, what is a good coin to mine? Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin's a great coin to mine. Hey, but look, if you want to look around for some altcoins to mine, Daniel, go to whattomine.com. You know, you can put in what GPU card you have, for example. If you're trying to mine off of a laptop or something, just forget about it, man. You're just going to blow your laptop up. But if you have the GPUs, you can do it. So, rock it out. Small town crypto and substratum node comes out, make coins while sleeping. And it's not just substratum. There are so many ways to earn in the crypto space, guys. It gets more and more and more every day, which is a lot of fun, actually. You know, you can rent out your storage space. You can rent out, you know, your the power for your computer, so you can be, you know, getting substratum coins back and all this fun stuff. So you can be staking your coins. If you're doing it right, you can get some pretty gosh darn good returns every year. Are master nodes a danger to proof of stake, says Michael Henke. Michael, it depends on the coin. It depends on the coin. For example, some coins like Dash. Let's take Dash for example. You can only have master nodes, right? You have to have 1,000 Dash to stake, which is a huge amount of money at this point. Now, if you got that 1,000 Dash and you're staking, well, you know, the more people that are staking, the kind of smaller the rewards become. But still, as the price of Dash continues to rise, you still get a very good return. Obviously, if you bought a Dash master node, you did that a long time ago and you're doing just fine. Justin Kate, Vertcoin looking like it's going to go down to a 52,000 from 70,000. Decred and Monero are good to mine. Decred's a great coin if you haven't looked into it, by the way, guys, as well. Cole, if you had 10K right now, what would you do with it? So it's a tough question, Cole. It's a tough question. I get those kind of questions a lot. And look, you got to look around and find out what projects you particularly like. Personally, if I had 10K sitting in my pocket right now, I don't know. I'd have to sit down and really think about a good strategy, to be honest. I wouldn't come up with an answer in 1 minute. I would think, okay, you know, how much Bitcoin do I want to buy? Because obviously Bitcoin would be a big part of that. You know, I'd probably look at projects like Cardano. I would look at projects like Powerledger, for example. Great return potentials. But I'd really have to sit down and I'd spend a lot of time before I'd move that $10,000 anywhere near in an actual investment. Sit down and think, okay, what do I want? What do I want to get? But you guys see my portfolio, about 50% Bitcoin, so I'd definitely look at putting a decent portion of that into Bitcoin, guys. Dominic, I just wanted to personally thank you for advising me to keep my one and only Bitcoin. It was unofficial advice, but it was very much appreciated. You're welcome, Dominic. You hold on to that, man. That's the hardest part with a Bitcoin, is holding on to your Bitcoin, not being tempted to sell it all the time. It'll go up, it'll go down, but Bitcoin's got an amazing future ahead of it, guys. So buy at least one Bitcoin with that 10 grand. Not a bad idea for sure. Now I'm nuts to get that tattoo. That's great. That's great, guys. Hold my bag. Hodl my bag, sorry. The temptation is buying too many altcoins. Yeah. Yeah, that is. That is. You have to watch out for, you know, over investing in too many different projects and spreading yourself too thin. You gotta diversify, but you don't want to own 50 different coins. Well, maybe some of you do. It's invest in the market and just go number 1 to 50, boom, you're done. But, you know, if you really want to keep an eye on your projects and be following the news on those projects, yeah, you report with portfolio a bit smaller. But of course, the one thing I always say, if you want to keep it simple, just go and buy a Bitcoin and forget about it. Buy the Bitcoin, put it on a paper wallet, put it in a safe deposit box at the bank, and just come back in 5 years. You'll be okay. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, guys, that's it. I gotta go. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. This has been a lot of fun, as always. I really appreciate you guys all coming out, joining the chats, asking awesome questions, helping each other in the comment section, answering stuff back and forth. That is absolutely amazing, guys. I love the crypto community. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, pop back later in the week, Wednesday at 9:30 or Friday at noon if you want to catch one of the live shows, guys. Thank you so much. Long live the blockchain. And peace out till next time, guys.